Hey everyone, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I wanted to show you how I made these, what I'm calling proper party rosettes or proper rosettes. So they have that kind of flat design rather than the triangle design, which I've got on lots of my rosette tutorials, and you'll find those up there. These make lovely, in my case, badges, but you could also have a necklace attached to these. I've just got to add the badge. I need to buy some bigger ones, so I'm going to nip down the shop later and you can buy packs of party badges. And these are ones from my We Are Memory Keepers badge maker, but they're tiny, so I want to get some big badges, and I'm just going to stick them on the back like so, and then they can be pinned on your clothes. You could add Velcro, hook and loop on the back there. Like I said, you could have a little necklace on that. It's entirely up to you. You might choose to just have it as a topper, so take off the tails there, and that would make a lovely top on a gift box or on the side of a gift bag. You could even have it as a cake topper, pop a little stick here, and then have that, you know, stuck on the top of the cake. As you can see, mine are for the King's coronation, which we're celebrating very soon. I purchased this. This is the official emblem. I purchased this, and I'll link below where I got this one from, and you can resize it, and you'll see it on a few of the other projects that I'm making to celebrate the coronation. So really patriotic ones today, but you can imagine these in any colour for parties. You know, it could be hen party, all kinds of celebrations. I think they're going to work really, really well, and they're really easy to make as well. So let's get started. So I've already gone ahead and scored all of the pieces here, and I've got my other topper here as well. That looks lovely. Like I said, you can resize this and you'll see it on the gift bags that I've made, and also I'm doing some coronation crackers as well. So you want to cut yourself. Now you can, this is really easy to alter as well, so depending on the size, because some of you might not want a rosette that big. So you don't have to have the 3 layers. So if you just focus on the white, you know, that's a really nice size. In fact, if I just give you the dimensions, so it's 6 inches. And then if you want to just have the white, that's 5, or just do the blue, that's 4. I think it looks really pretty because it's the width that you can alter. So if you want to have it as 4 inches as the largest circle, and then do smaller ones with a smaller topper in the middle, you can do. And I'll talk you through all that in a moment. So I'm going to show you on this piece of card here, and then talk you through the steps to make it into that rosette. So the length you want needs to be the same on all of the pieces. It's the width that will give you the diameter of the rosette. Now I'm using A4, which is 11 3/4 ish. So if you've got that length, then great, or 12 inches, just cut it down. It's going to work. If you've got letter size, which is 11 inches, the scoring will be the same, and I'll just tell you when you need to stop. So if you want to do the size here that I've done, you'll want 2 pieces of 2 by A4 or 11, 2 pieces of 1.5 by A4 or 11 inches, and then 2 pieces of 1 by, again, 11 3/4 or 11. So you'll see I've got all my pieces here, and I've already scored them. So there's my 2 pieces of 2 by that length, 2 pieces of 1.5 by that length. I've already popped that one together, and then 2 pieces of the 1 by the length that you chose. Okay. So the scoring's really easy. You just want to follow a pattern. So you're going to start off with 1/2 inch, and then at 3/4 inch, and then you're going to do 1/2 inch again. So that will bring you to 1 1/4, and then 1/4 inch, which will be 1 1/2. You basically want to have 1/2 inch and 1/4, 1/2 inch, 1/4, 1/2 inch, 1/4, all the way along. Now I will have the exact measurements coming up along the bottom of the video here, so you can pause and write that all down. But if you just start with 1/2 inch and then 1/4 and just follow that pattern, then you'll know you're doing it right. So 1/2, 3/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/4, 2 3/4 and 3, 3 1/2, 3 3/4, 4 1/4, 4 1/2, 5, 5 1/4, 5 3/4 and 6. I just went to 6 1/4 and that was wrong. So 5 3/4, 6, 6 1/2, 6 3/4, 7 1/4, 7 1/2, 8, 8 1/4, 8 3/4, 9, 9 1/2, 9 3/4, 10 1/4, 10 1/2, and then if you've only got 11, then that would be your last score line, because that's it, then you can't go any further. But for A4, you're then going to do 11, 11 1/4, and then you'll have just slightly under that half, but that's fine. Okay, 2 pieces of each of those sizes that I gave you. Now the folding that I do on this one is the folding again for all of them. So start with the left hand side and you're going to do a mountain, valley, and then a valley and a mountain. You want to create that pattern there. Okay, so all of these 1/4 inch pieces are the sides that go down here. All you should see along the top are all your 1/2 inch pieces. So again, I'll show you here. So you're going to do a mountain and a valley, and then a valley and a mountain. As long as you've got that shape or that kind of fold there, that pattern, then you're doing it right. So again, mountain, valley, valley, mountain. Do that all the way along and you will end up with this piece here. Now if you've only gone up to 11, you won't have that 1/4 inch and that piece there, but you're going to join them up exactly the same way as I show you. So we now want to make one long piece, so I'll just get rid of the scoreboard and I'm going to use my double-sided tape here. And you want to join up the same ends. So here you'll see you've got this is that left side where we started. So we've got that 1/2 inch and it's lifted, whereas the 1/2 inch at the bottom here is flush with your table. So that's down, this is up. So those two up need to be together, and then the two that are down will join together. You'll have both of yours up if you're doing the 11 inch width, so you just join them, like I said, the same way. So I'm going to add some tape along the top. You can use your liquid glue as well, but you want something that's going to be strong, because when you kind of bring this round into its circle shape, there is some pressure on the sides. And then just place that one over the top. So now it looks like we've got one long piece, and then we're going to bring it around. Again, stick that on top, like so. Okay, so keep all the folds the same way. You shouldn't see the joins, okay? Well, you can like that, but to look at like this, you shouldn't be able to see where they're joined. Now, when I did the first one, which was this one, I think, yeah, this one, I actually, you can't see, but I glued all of this together and it took ages, and I thought there's no way. There's just no way people are going to have that patience. So, and what I mean by that is gluing, because you want to just glue the ends here. So it's like putting a little bit of glue under there and sticking that down. And it took ages. So instead, if you've got a stapler, much, much quicker. In fact, I just need to fill this one up. And then, because you don't see any of the staples. So that one was glued. That one's got the staples. Again, you would never know. And because the back's all covered, you know, there's no risk of it catching or anyone getting hurt. So just load that back up. So pick a side. It doesn't matter which one. You might have one where you've got a bit of a score line where you went wrong or something that you want to cover. Then start with that side. But just bring them together. You're just going to attach at the bottom so it can still expand itself like this. And you want to punch through all of those layers. There we go. Well, it's just about gone through there. Don't worry about how this looks. It does not have to be neat. There we go. As long as it kind of holds itself, because you are going to put hot glue over the top of this. So, you know, it will be even more secure than this. And then just bring the next ones together. Can you see how they're fanning out at the top? And then again, so just bring that folded shape that you created together. So again, you're always wanting the 1/2 inch pieces on the top. The little 1/4 inches are always on the sides there. And just keep doing this until you've joined the whole thing together. Okay, so you should end up with something like this. It looks like a little skirt. That's cool. Almost like a little kilt. I love that. So now push it down. Don't worry if, you know, it's going to have, like I said, some pressure, but you just want it to hold in that shape. We're going to be adding, like I said, hot glue, but you can see already now how you get that really cool rosette effect. So I've already joined that one together. So I just need to join these together, just as I showed you before. So the two flats join and the two top ones join, like so. I'm going to staple them all and then I'll show you how to assemble. Okay, so I've got my 3 skirts. There's definitely something you could do with that. I think that's quite, if you flatten it, it's quite fun. So push them all out. Okay, they'll probably then go back on themselves like that, but don't worry if some of the staples come out, you can always go over them, but you want it just to make sure they're all kind of getting used to going into that shape. And then I'm going to take, so for me, the white one, whatever one you're going to put on top, and you want your glue gun nice and hot. Mine's been on for a while because I've been making these, and just go right over the back of the staples there. Okay, and then so just watch your fingers there and just follow, you know, keep an eye on this kind of border here. Make sure you've got the same kind of red for me there and there all the way around. But it's pretty easy to get it in place like so. I should have said actually it's easier to stick the circle with the back one first, and then that keeps everything flat, and then build up on top. So I've just cut myself these circles here. 3.5 diameter is going to be fine. Obviously if you're doing smaller rosettes, then make sure it's just smaller than the largest one so it can hide behind here. So just imagine this is your first one. Just add your glue again over the back of those staples, and then just try and center it in the middle of that circle, and then push it down, and then add your next layer and next layer, because then it's already flat. Okay, and then the last one, so just flip that back around. You're always putting the glue on the back side of the staples. Like I said, some of them have come undone, you can see there, but they're soon going to hold. And then again, just follow that same center circle and just move it around a little bit. That's why you want your glue piping hot, and it does make it a bit easy to just wiggle around a little bit just while that's cooling. So I've got that nice, again, white border there. So I've obviously got quite a lot of dimension inside there. So you could pop a few layers of foam up until it kind of levels out, and then add your topper in the middle. But with this one, I've just added, you see how it's going to sit inside there. I just ran a thin bead of hot glue right the way around the edge there, and then just dropped it in, and that was enough to hold it in place. Just want to make sure that bit of glue there, because it's mirrored card, I can just take that away. I don't want it visible. There we go. So just make sure you're happy, it's all secure. So I've already got a little bit of foam on here because I'm using these also on another project. But just a thin bead, not right to the edge, but just there. And then just kind of drop it down, and then just push that into place. Like so. So now, like I said, you've got that lovely topper, look great on the front of a gift bag, gift box, cake topper. I think it's wonderful. I'm going to now make these little tails. Any length you can do these. You might just want to have loads of pieces of ribbon hanging down, which I've done with the rosette wands before. So you, like I said, you could turn this. I mean, I've only got a knitting needle at hand, but if you imagine, you know, stick that behind there and have loads of ribbons, all different kind of patterns and designs hanging down, and you've got like a little wand, which is great for the kids to kind of run around and play with. So for the tails, this is 6 inches by 1, and then I'm just going to cut up as far as you want, just into the middle, just cut away a little triangle, so you've got those points there, or your flag tail as they call this. And again, you want to be precise with it, you can measure it, but I don't think you need to. And then I'm going to cut my ribbon. So I got this here from Hobbycraft, and you get 10 meters of the Union Jack there. Again, the length of this is entirely up to you. I'm just going to cut 2 strips. I've got my other circle to cover all of this in a moment, so I want to make sure I've got the crown straight. I'll just flip that over. I'm just going to add some glue there and just kind of get them tacked into place. And then I'm just going to add a bit of glue to the back of that one, and I have that slightly offset, and again that one there. That looks pretty good. And then just choose again the length. I did cut this way too long. If you just fold the design in half, on the ribbon, or fold the ribbon in half, and along the folded side you want to cut down through both layers, and that will give you your flag tail there to match. So I'll just try and line that one up. So again, fold it and always cut from the folded side down. There we go. And then to just cover up all of that, I've got another one here, and this is what I'm going to stick my badge onto when I get those. And then that just neatens it all up. You could write something on here. I might actually write made by me and the date. And then again, like I said, these are keepsakes. I'm going to have mine hanging in my craft room after. I know my mum will definitely keep hers. So those are my proper party rosettes. I think these look fantastic. Can't wait to definitely make more of these in different sizes for different occasions. I will share some photos of me wearing mine in my blog post when I get around to doing that one, so you can just see how they look. But I think it's a great size. I want these to be seen, but you can easily, like I showed you, shrink them down, and they're going to work for many, many occasions. So thank you as always for watching today. I will link below the seller where I got the emblem there. Like I said, Hobbycraft, just pop into store, you can pick up the ribbons there, and to Craft Stash I'll link the mirrored card that I've used there. I'll have my other rosette tutorials coming up now as well if you want to look at those ones, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care. Bye.